It was hard.
But
we wanted to kill each other at the end of it. It's like learning how to play. It's hard. But that's what makes it worth doing.
Why was it so hard?
You have a lot of people, a lot of moving parts, a small organization. They never raised any significant money. Then we've raised $128 million. Structural steel comes in one day. $22 million is added to your
budget?
To your project.
Yes.
You know, we had a fire here, and it burned it goes on and on. We ran out of money, and we didn't finish. We couldn't pay the electricians. We're sitting in a meeting with the electricians, and they were rolling over me, right? I was like, we ran out of money. They said, where do you think you are? Do you know where you are? This is New York City. This is not New Orleans, right? They're going off on me. And I'm like, because I know we don't have, can y'all just finish this work and we will pay y'all later? Finish the work and you pay us later. Then at a certain point, the gentleman I was talking to, I don't remember his name, he said, look, man, he said, I live down the street from John Coltrane's house in Long Island. We're going to finish this.
Wow.
I'll tear up thinking about it.
In 2004, Jazz at Lincoln Center's Frederick P. Rose Hall opened as the world's first entertainment complex solely dedicated to jazz.
We at Jazz at Lincoln Center are about integration and celebration. We bring people of all kinds together under the banner of sophistication, soul, elegance,
and the intent to swing as hard as
that's it
as possible.
That's what we do. And we've been doing it, you know. We've been blessed.
Son of renowned jazz educator and performer Ellis Marsalis Jr., New Orleans-born Wynton began classical training on trumpet at just 12 years old, inspired in part by the legendary John Coltrane.
I started listening to Train all that summer when I was 12. I would put that record on, and I started to be able to hear what he was saying. And then when I heard that, I was like, man, it's like a whole world opened up. Like you have the wisest, most insightful people in the world are talking to you.
And you heard that in your
I could
music
hear it,
at 12.
Yeah, I just started putting it on and trying to figure, can I play like this? Or could I learn this kind of music, you know?
Marsalis would go on to record over 100 studio albums, win 9 Grammy Awards, and in 1997, he became the first jazz artist to win a Pulitzer Prize.
There was a point where you were called stuffy, combative. Your definition of jazz was much too narrow, they said. Was any of that warranted? How do you feel when you hear that, Mr. Stuffy, combative?
I grew up in segregation, okay? And when Martin Luther King was killed, we were integrated into an environment. And many times what I felt and had to say was not what was being said. Okay, but luckily, we live in a democracy and you can express yourself. The generations before me, they couldn't be in these forums and talk. And I have the freedom to express myself and they have the freedom to do that. So I didn't feel anything about that. To think you're going to get in a fight and you're not going to get hit, that's too naive. I didn't grow up in that type of environment.
But some of the fight felt so personal.
It was not, none of it was personal. I didn't feel it was personal. It was no information behind it. I felt it was trying to maintain the status quo of the society.
But you don't look at this picture and think, wow, I did it, or I'm about to do it, or I'm good, or nothing?
I don't have a sentimental relationship with myself.
You don't?
No. No, I think my mama used to always say, you just another out here.
But don't you feel proud when you look at this person and who you are now?
No, I don't. I'm grateful for what the opportunities that have been provided for me in the education I received and all the great musicians I play with and the fantastic people I get to work with. But nothing I did was about me doing. This was about jazz.